Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to my channel. My name is Mr. S, and I'm really excited to have you guys join me today because I get to introduce you guys, my S-Squad family, to one of my favorite OCs that I've ever made. His name is Crash Lightstone, and you're going to learn about him and his twin brother, and eventually you'll learn about his team as well. I actually introduced him and his team at the end of the Gods and Champions War Part 3 episode, so I'll just leave that over here in the card for you in case you want to go back there, because these episodes that I have, or at least the first 3 to 5, somewhere in there, are going to be about him in the past, and then we'll get to his present and current self as we progress along with the story, okay? All right, so without further ado, hope you enjoy this, and let's begin our Dimensional Adventurer's first episode. In the beginning, there was nothing. Then an omnipotent force changed all of that, and the course of history forever. The Creator made the world, the galaxies, the universe, light and darkness, the achievement of a truly balanced world. After several eons, the birth of devils and demons gave rise to an unbalanced world. The darkness was overwhelming the light. And the Creator made the decision to separate the hordes into various dimensions. Worlds, galaxies, and a universe like the original, but all unique in their own ways. Now, the Creator has sent 2 angels from the Kingdom of Light to expel the threat of the rising demon army from dimension D-008. The 2 angels sent to prevent further chaos were twin brothers. Their names are Crash and Vert Lightstone. The 2 angels were of different angelic rankings, or orders, which gave them differences in their abilities. Crash was born as part of the lower order. Those born of this ranking are also referred to as the holy, or healers. The lower order angels can heal others using spiritual energy. They are empaths and can sense the feelings of others as well. Vert was born as part of the higher order. Those born of this ranking are also referred to as the solar, or warriors. The higher order angels have augmented strength and can create perfect angelic weapons using spiritual energy. Crash and Vert flew under the cover of the night and landed near a boulder. From just behind the boulder, the 2 angels were able to make out the castle belonging to the head devil of dimension D-008 and scattered members of his forces patrolling the grounds. We need to sneak past those 2 low-level demons up ahead. Once we do, we'll make our way to Saber's throne room. I say we make a little noise instead, and just bring the devils to us, Crash. Why are you always so eager for a fight when it can be avoided, Vert? Being part of the lower order, you wouldn't understand. And let me guess, because you are of the higher order, you just have the urge to fight? Little brother, by nanoseconds. Just follow my lead. The angels began fighting the demons patrolling the area. They moved swiftly and attacked with purpose. Crash uses spirit energy to form a holy dagger, whereas Vert uses spirit energy to create a holy spear. The dagger Crash made was nowhere near as perfect or as powerful as what Vert was able to make. It was an advantage Vert possessed being part of the higher order. Regardless of which weapon was deemed perfect in the eyes of the angels, the demons were quickly fading as they were struck. Crash was able to draw in his enemies and strike them down swiftly. Vert managed to show off his augmented strength as he plowed through several demons at once with his holy spear. How do I always let you talk me into these messes? It's just a divine gift. The 2 continued like this until they arrived just outside the castle gate. The sounds of fighting can be heard from inside the castle walls. A low-level demon barged into Saber's throne room to warn him of the activities taking place outside. My lord, we're being attacked by a pair of angels. They're making quick work of our patrol. Saber sat upon his imposing throne made of the bones of his enemies. The muscles in the Purple Devil's arms began to tense. The demon was terrified about what was about to transpire. The flickering sounds coming from the fireplace began filling the throne room. The demon tried meeting Saber's eyes, but the weight of being in the great devil's presence was too much for him, and he continued his gaze towards the ground. After what felt like an eternity, Saber spoke. Angels. When was the last time I fought an angel? That would be a few hundred years ago, my lord. Well then, I guess it is long overdue. Saber rose from his throne and began towards the demon. He stopped just inches from his servant and threw a serious punch into the demon's stomach. The demon dropped to his knees, holding the area where he was punched. He was trying to catch his breath when Saber's foot came crashing down on his face. The demon's head broke through the concrete ground. Next time, you knock before barging into my throne room. We are devils and demons, not savages. Outside the castle, Crash and Vert were swarmed by the demon forces. The two managed to fend them off with their holy weapons. Crash ended up getting a feel of unease taking over him. His empathic abilities began kicking in. All he needed to do was find out where the source of the emotions were coming from. Brother, I'm sensing a lot of anger. We're angels surrounded by demons. Of course your lower order abilities are going to sense danger. No, it's more than that. It's coming from over there. From the entrance of the castle, Saber was building up his demonic energy. This energy was fueled by hatred and darkness. The power was immense and was without a doubt the strongest energy either angel had ever came across. Saber released the energy from the palm of his hand and it traveled at a sonic speed. Vert managed to split the energy in half with his holy spear. The energy split off Vert's spear and took out a good portion of the demons who were in the surrounding area. Looks like you two are no pushovers. I am Saber, the Purple Devil. Why have you come here? Saber, we're here to put an end to you and your demon army. I'd like to see you try. Vert didn't like the smug attitude of Saber and began charging. Crash tried calling out to Vert, but he wasn't listening. Saber and Vert collided. The energy these two beings unleashed began destroying the land around them and took out some of the weaker demons as well. Saber drew Vert in, and Vert created a holy sword with his abilities. He swung his sword at Saber's chest, but Saber evaded and countered with a well-timed strike towards Vert using his razor-like claws, resulting in a gash on the side of his face. You have quite the power for a young angel. You ever consider putting it to better use? Or is Daddy the one in control of your every move? Crash began filling up with anger from his empathic ability and from seeing his brother hurt. He released his angelic power to reveal his wings. He flew in towards Saber with his holy dagger drawn. Crash was outmatched by Saber's power and his energy dagger was destroyed. In the quick moment of hesitation, Saber kicked Vert into Crash, and the two angels collided into the castle exterior wall. When will you angels learn? I am almighty. I will be ruling over Dimension 8, and there is nothing you holy brats can do about it. Crash began to slowly rise from the ground first. He looked down at his brother, who had blood trailing down the left side of his face. Crash started to walk slowly towards Saber. Then it turned into a sprint, until he finally began using his wings to propel himself forward. Vert called out to his brother, but Crash didn't hear him. Saber shot a beam of demonic energy towards Crash, but Crash somehow managed to deflect the demonic energy with an angelic energy shield surrounding his entire body. Vert was in complete surprise because only middle-order angels, or otherwise known as the Lunar or Defenders, can use such an ability. They have the gifts of defending and sensing danger. Saber attacked Crash with his fists imbued with demonic energy. But Crash, with his muscles growing in his right arm, stopped him with his own fist imbued with spiritual energy. The colliding power of the two fists forced both Crash and Saber to be blown backwards. Vert was surprised again because his brother just used augmented strength like a solar angel, like him. Crash's hand began to glow, and from the energy a new holy dagger was formed. But it wasn't like before. It wasn't just made out of energy. This one was a perfect holy dagger. Are you going to put up a better fight than the other one? I'll be putting an end to this, devil. Your reign of terror will end here and now. Then let the true battle begin. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. It is one I've been writing and rewriting countless times since I was in middle school. I even managed to write up the current script over the summer with a few students who took my comic book course on OutSchool. If you enjoyed the series and would like to know more about what happens next on Crash and Vert's adventure, then please show this video some love. I'm contemplating on releasing a bonus episode next week, or I just might end up streaming and continuing my Pokemon Hero Fusions. Not sure, but you can find that information out on my community tab as we get closer to then. I just wanted to also let you know that my second community redraw episode will be releasing on Monday, November 25th at 5 p.m. instead of my normal Thursday at 4:30 p.m. This is so I don't interfere with anyone's Thanksgiving Day plans. So, as always, I'm Drawing with Mr. S, and I'll see you all in the next video. Y'all take care of yourselves. Have a good one. Bye.